Yo, what up, Night Nation? Want to do a video about McKenzie Milton officially announcing his retirement. Definitely had a lot of emotions when I saw that post. If I'm being real, the first thing that came to mind or to my heart was, sadness a little bit because, even though that injury was so severe, you saw how hard he worked for 3 years to get back to when he finally played his first game, with Florida State, and he was so motivated, so determined to come back and play football again. And the fact that he did is amazing, but you're hoping that because of all that work, it wasn't just to play, one final season in Florida State. It was to play pro. Didn't necessarily have to be the NFL, could have been the CFL, XFL, USFL, something. Just seeing McKenzie go to the next level. We all wanted to continue to root for him on the football field. He's just so special to Night Nation. He's arguably the greatest player in UCF history. Like I've said before, I think he had the greatest impact on UCF football out of any player. Those 2 years were just magical in 2017, 2018. He played at a Heisman level. He put us on a national stage. He changed the narrative for UCF in so many different ways. And he was just the catalyst for that whole era that we remember so fondly. The 25-game winning streak, the Peach Bowl win, just all of the national rankings, being number 6 in the country, finishing number 6 in the country, the national championship claim, everything. So for him to, officially announce his retirement, it's just sad because, I think we all wanted him to go pro and we're all rooting for it. When he came back for Florida State against Notre Dame, like I was like shrieking like a little kid. It was just a cool for sports fans. I don't care if you're a McKenzie fan or a UCF fan or Florida State. That was just a cool moment. It was just an amazing thing to see someone who had one of the worst injuries anyone's ever seen on a football field and worked so hard, almost lose his leg, worked so hard to come back for 2 years and get that moment for a big program like Florida State in a national TV game against a big program like Notre Dame and actually do well in that moment, like lead Florida State to a comeback and nearly beat a top 10 team in the country. It was amazing. And you felt like that momentum was going to hopefully carry over to some sort of professional opportunity. Obviously that didn't materialize, and it's just upsetting, and McKenzie was very, in his post, took the high road and was very mature and, didn't sound sad and was very positive. And that's who he is. He's a positive guy. And, he put in there, people always ask, what if? And maybe, what's best for him is not to ask that question. But as a fan, it's hard not to wonder what if. Like, if he didn't get injured, like I said in my story last night, like, you got to think he would have gotten some sort of pro opportunity. That's one of the biggest, what if scenarios in UCF history. Not only for him, but for UCF. What if he doesn't get injured? Do we beat LSU in the Fiesta Bowl and, have 26 straight wins? Does he come back in 2019 and have another undefeated season? And then we go 3 undefeated years in a row, and then we probably are knocking on the door of the college football playoff at that point. Do we go to the college football playoff? Do we win a game? Do we win a national championship? Does he get drafted? Maybe it's not the first round because he doesn't have, like I said, the measurables. But does he get drafted? Maybe he's 3rd round, 4th round pick. Does he go on to have a successful NFL career? You could keep doing that with the what ifs, and that's just the sad part. And it's not even this. Obviously, what could have happened with UCF would have been really cool. The sad part, though, to me, is just that it robbed him of a potential NFL career, potentially millions of dollars. And just another person we could root for and make UCF Nation proud. I mean, he's our guy, Bortles is up there, a couple other guys, but I just think when I've been a UCF fan since 2007 and, that's 15 years now. And when I think of UCF, I think McKenzie Milton. And I wasn't in school anymore when McKenzie Milton was our quarterback. I was in school and Blake Bortles was our quarterback for a year. I was in school with Jeff Godfrey was our quarterback. I was in school and Kevin Smith was there. So I saw some of these guys while I was in school that you could be like, oh, they're the ones that are UCF. No. When I think UCF football, I think McKenzie Milton. And you want your best ever player to continue to ball out in the pros and make you proud, like, make Night Nation proud, I meant. And it's just sad that he was robbed of that. I mean, that injury was just so brutal. I mean, I admire his fight and his determination to come back. And it was a win alone that he came back and played football again. No doubt about it. There's a huge win, a huge milestone. The guy showed character and just resolve that a lot of people in this world can't do. A lot of people would have given up, and he fought through hell. I mean, multiple surgeries, grueling, a grueling grind of rehab and all the things he had to do to just keep his leg, healthy, more than any other person has to do. On top of that, he was, 20, 21, 22. I mean, the guy showed so much maturity and class throughout the whole thing, and he's just a great role model for everyone. And to see that end in the sense of the football field, it's just sad. It's hard. And look, I'll also say this: he is going to be successful in what he does. He has the right attitude. He's extremely likable. He's obviously a smart guy. He's going to be successful. He's already doing the really cool stuff with the NIL, with Dreamfield. And, he's going to, he's spearheading that. And you could just tell he's he's got the business savvy to be, successful. And I do wholeheartedly believe that he will be a college football head coach one day. I think he will have a very successful coaching career. I mean, I'm sure Scott Frost, Josh Heupel, UCF, so many programs would be willing, Hawaii would be willing to offer him a position. I mean, he'll move up the ranks fast. He'll start as a GA maybe somewhere and he'll move up. He's mentioned coaching in the past. I don't think that's where he's starting right now. He wants to see this Dreamfield opportunity, through, and he's a big part of that. And NIL is all still new, and I'm sure he wants to see other college athletes succeed. So maybe he'll do that for a while. I don't know how long. I don't know his plans, but he has mentioned and been asked about coaching multiple times and has indicated that's something he'd be interested in. I think the dream scenario is him to come back and coach at UCF. I don't know, whether that's starting from, a GA position and moving all the way up the ranks to, I don't know, potentially head coach one day, or that's getting that experience elsewhere, GA, and then he's an OC somewhere, and then UCF has an opening at QB coach or OC, and he takes that job, or dream scenario, he takes the head coaching job. I think there's a route for all of it. I think there's very likely one day he returns as a coach in some capacity. I don't know if it's the head coach or the QB coach or the OC, but he's going to be back here, I believe, one day. And if he's not, he's still going to be, I think, a very successful coach, whether it's an assistant coach or a head coach. I think he's going to do it at a high-level FBS D1 program. And he could still make those millions. I don't think there's any question about that. It's just a little bit sad that we never got to see what would happen on the football field. And it just makes you reflect that how much one day, one moment, 1 second, one play, one decision can literally alter the course of your entire life. It's like, you could say that about anything, but it's crazy. It's like, maybe he runs to the left side of the field, not the right side of the field. That doesn't happen. He passes it, a passing play is called, that doesn't happen. That USF player that hit his knee, he trips, that doesn't happen. He doesn't play that game, it doesn't happen. I mean, it's just crazy. And I know you could do that with any scenario in life. You can keep going, what if, and go down the rabbit hole. But it is crazy that just altered the course of his life. And, he'll be stronger from it. And I'm sure, he rolled with it. I'm sure he had many moments where he did ask why, but I know he's a very religious guy. And right now he's focused on his soon-to-be wife, and he's going to be a dad and a father. And he's going to give that his all. And whatever he does, he's going to give it his all. I have no doubt about that. It's just, as the pride and joy of UCF Nation, it's tough to see him, essentially hang up the cleats and, call it quits on his pro career. And that's not, and I'm sure he has his reasons. I think like he said, that, it's clear that there's not a path for him. Whether it's his knee hasn't held up or he's not getting the looks that he wants, it is what it is. And he has his reasons. I don't think McKenzie in any way is someone that would quit on his dream if it weren't for a really good reason. And, but, like I said, I think the win was even just coming back on the field, and his determination, resolve, dedication, bravery, courage, confidence that he showed. I mean, that's a case study for everyone. I mean, you're at the top of the world, and then you're basically knocked down to the bottom, and you're able to pull yourself out after a 3-year long journey and play again and just do what he did. I mean, that's just a case study for all of us. I mean, that's a beautiful thing that he was able to overcome all that and play again. And he's still going to be successful in whatever he does. But I just wanted to, give my thoughts on that, and shout out to him for the courage, and shout out to him for an amazing college football career. Shout out to him for being one of the best Knights of all time. Shout out for him for making memories at UCF and giving us all that joy. And we will always cherish, love, and respect KZ. Good luck in everything that he does. Go Knights.